I'm just going to go through a few things real quick, and hopefully you can turn the best of your bad situation into a positive and use this downtime as time to work on your trading, options trading, and hopefully you get some positive outcome from it. So looking forward to talking in person, but unfortunately it wasn't able to happen. So I'm going to go ahead with this now and just show you a basic idea of what I do, and then once you've tried this and put it into practice and what have you, then if you want, we can get on Zoom and do a screen share while you're in recovery, and go through a few things in detail then, and basically I'll just go through this real quick. So you've obviously got your own trading method. You don't need any help in that regard. If you're getting the kind of success that you're getting on the demo account, you don't need any help with your trading method, obviously. So I like to usually talk to people and find out what they're doing so I can make a video that's more tailored to them, but what level you're at and what you're doing. But unfortunately we didn't get to talk much, but so I'll just show you real quick what I look at anyway. You might be interested to know what I do. As I said, you just keep doing what you're doing yourself. So you'll know about support and resistance. This is real basic. What I have a lot of indicators, but I don't need them. I'm trading price action first and foremost. These indicators are just a guide of where the mean is and that sort of thing. So it might look complicated, but I'm only just trading price action at the end of the day. So I use Heikin-Ashi candles and regular candles. Which I use TradingView for my charts. TradingView is awesome, and use this volume profile just to get an idea. Like as you get down to the support here and you see weak volume profile, then you're fairly certain you're going to get some sort of a bounce off here at least. And I've got all my watch lists. I've got stacks of watch lists on here that everything I trade's on a watch list. My stocks, I've got over 300 stocks on a watch list that I trade options on, and I never look on social media to see what other people are doing. I do all my own research. I don't want to know what other people. By the time somebody on social media is talking about a stock, it's too late. You can't rely on that to get trades off people because they're going to be too far behind the curve. By the time they start talking about a stock, it's already run most of the time. So you can't rely on that at all. It's better to keep away from social media, in my opinion. But and now, so this is my higher time frames that I start with. Then I go down to my intraday, what I call my intraday template, which is for day trading and swing trading over a couple of days. And I was going to say about let's have a look at the VIX just to confirm that. So the VIX Volatility Index is turning over on the 4 hours, so that confirms what I was saying about the potential bounce. And you've also got futures, E-mini futures. I don't know if you ever looked at E-mini futures before, but you can trade these on the trade station. Now is linked up with the trade station here in the trade. You can link up your live account to TradeStation and you can trade E-mini futures off the chart. That's E-mini is one contract. Every 1 point move is $50. So if you're trading 3 contracts, which you can do on a fairly small account, you can trade 3 contracts. And you've also got the mini contracts, which is $5 per point per contract. So that's for a really small account. You can trade futures on quite a small account, and but it's a US-based broker, so you've got to wire your Australian dollars over to the US, and there's no good Australian brokers that you can trade. No, not many really good Australian brokers that you can trade on, in my opinion. Unfortunately, there used to be, but So what can I say now? Oh, oil futures is a good one too to look at. We can look at that if you're interested or not. But what else? That's about it. You've got, when you use TradeStation, this is the order panel here, and the level 2 depth of market as well. I don't know if you use level 2 depth order flow and that as well. That's quite interesting to look at order flow. And there's quite a lot of good features on TradingView. I don't know if what chart platform you use, but TradingView is my favourite by far. And what can I tell you now? Oh, yeah. So let's have a look at interactive brokers. This is the one you want to get the free trial to start with. You've got to fill out a bit of application stuff, but it's not a big deal. They never used to allow you to use the demo account unless you had a funded account, but now they've backed off a bit on that, and they're letting people, I think you get a month free trial on the demo account now, which is good. So you go through, that's straightforward to open a demo account, to follow the instructions, and this, when you get your demo account open, you want to follow this tutorial here on YouTube, which I'll put a link to this video into the description box. You want to set up, it goes through how to set up these panes here so that you get the correct information that you need to look at, and it takes a bit to, once you've had a play around with it, we can get on and have a look at what this all means. And there's heaps of tutorials about interactive brokers on YouTube. You can spend a lot of time looking at different tutorials about how the platform works and what have you. It's not hard. It looks complicated when you first look at it, but it's not hard to really set it up. And so that's that video. He goes through what all these, putting all these different windows on your demo account, and this one, I'll put a link to this one as well. This goes through a lot of the analytics you use for options trading as well. So it's a pretty basic explanation, but it doesn't really need that much explanation. It's a matter of getting used to what this means. Once you understand it, it's not really that hard to understand at all. This TradeStation. TradeStation is a bit. It doesn't have a great reputation for customer service, unfortunately. They used to be great once, but whatever's happened, the management's let them slip now, and they're getting a bit of a bad reputation for customer service now, unfortunately. But due to the fact that you can trade straight off the TradingView chart, it's worth it. But you've got to take into account that with the Australian dollar so low, your conversion rate's so you've got to look at all the fees, terms and conditions, pricing, all that. You've got to look at all that before you go into any of this, right? And see if it's going to be suitable for you. I'm not saying to anyone to use these brokers. I'm just saying that's what I use. Okay, so see how you go. See if you might decide that it's not suitable for you, whatever, that's okay. I'm just saying this is what you're going to be required to do at some point if you decide to go ahead with it. This Finviz screener is a good one to look at. So just go to the screener, click on all here, this tab all, and you'll come up with all these boxes, and you just highlight the ones that I've got highlighted here in yellow. Oh yeah, say 10% below. 10% below if it's bearish, you want to look at ones that are 10% below the 50-day. So there's for price above $20 for options. You don't want to trade anything with a price less than $20. Price below 10% below the 50-day MA or whatever. You can look at, and for bullish ones you can go what's above the 50 if you're looking for a reversal, how far they are above the mean, above the 50-day. And you click on optionable, which only shows you what stocks are optionable. And current volume, you can go for over 20 million or over 10 million. Well, let's say over 10 million to see. You get quite a few more. So, but you want over sort of 10 or 20 million. You don't want to be trading low volume stocks with options because it's too hard. And you just end up getting a lot of crap that you don't want to really trade in the search anyway. So I have all my stocks on my watch list, but some people don't have a watch list set up yet. If they're just starting out, they might not set up my watch list over many years. So, but I still use this as well just to see what's going on, and you can hover over these. Apple's taken another hit there, so you just can glance over these real quick like this and see what's Alibaba's getting a bit of bottom there. But let's have a look what sectors they are. Industry and just country US only. Yeah, most of them are going to be US anyway, but just to get rid of those ones that you don't want. So there's actually 5. Sometimes I don't bother checking that one because they're mostly going to be US anyway. But anyway, so that's, you can see you got 7 pages, so you can get, when you check it each, just check it once a day and just go and see how many results you're getting back, and it's a good indication of what the market's doing as well. So CrowdStrike's had quite a bit of a bounce there, so you can pick up some really good stocks. This is on my watch list. Most of these are on my watch list. Most of these ones that are going to come up. Boeing has obviously been smashed for various reasons, so you get the idea. You can see what's going on, and that's the basic one that I get people to look at. And real quick, last of all, just this one, a handy one to look at a glance. You can see the most important metrics of the market in one place here. So the VIX is obviously turning off a bit, off the top of it. It's reached extremely high levels due to the virus, of course. It's not over with yet, but we're likely to get a bounce. So in stocks, puts are coming off a bit. Put call ratio puts have come off a bit, and the volume index is still bearish, but stocks relative to bonds, that's obviously down. Stocks are obviously down compared to bonds. It tells you what all these are here anyway, but this ticked over. Once this ticks over below the centre line, that's full on bearish. These are bearish to be considered. Bearish to be considered. Bearish to be considered. Bearish to be considered. This is bearish to be taken extremely seriously when it crosses below that zero and go. That's full bearish, right? So as long as this is below the centre line, you consider the market to be bearish, and predominantly you're looking for put options. Junk bonds versus investment grade. The spread's widening out, just like it did ahead of the GFC. This is a financial crisis what we're in now. So, when this took off ahead of the GFC, we knew that we were in for deep trouble with the financial markets, and it's no different this time. It's looking exactly the same. So obviously we're going to have a severe financial crisis, if not a depression. unemployment gets to 20%, it's a depression, but which it's probably most likely going to do, I'd expect. And momentum, look how far the market is below the 125-day and massively down. This is the fear and greed over time. It shows it's got down to 1, which is very rare. Got down to 1 here in late 2018 as well. But this can form a little bit of a bottom here, but it went from, it's the fastest it's ever gone from near 100 down to 1. It's the fastest it's ever, it's almost gone down a straight line. So that's just a bit of an indication of where you are. Obviously, right, so that's about it. That's about all I can think of. That's a bit of an idea of what to look at to start with anyway. And what else can I say? I think that's everything. And yeah, see how you go with that. And yeah, once you get set up and everything, then we'll be able to get on and have a look at a few things. But I hope you all the best with your recovery, and yeah, let's leave it at that for now, because if it goes on too long it gets a bit overwhelming. So alright then, well, all the best, and we'll see what happens from here. Alright then, bye for now.